Good afternoon, friends and fans. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to a new episode number 5. Welcome to Timberborn, one of the fantastic building game. In the last episode, we talked about mainly the housing, how it's the housing working, and also we talked about the farming, carrot to changing the carrot to bread, and also we talked about the bad tide, which we see it in one of the tests what happening by the system, which happened for only for 1 day, and this is the start. So today we are going to focus on the mega project, which is mainly building the dam. The dam is really very important currently now, because what's happening now actually is that after couple of cycles we'll start to see the bad tide coming for a longer time, plus the drought, sorry. So we need to focus on that project quickly. Additional to, we need to pump up the metal production here, so we need to accelerate that part. And additionally, the plan is actually to build up the explosive factory, which is this one. So we need to build that one quicker. And also, one of the tasks what we need is we start here changing the water from bad tide to a normal water where we also can store water. Another strategy is to move this water, the bad tide, from here to here. So let's start and see where we are and where we are standing. So here in that part, you see the water is coming here naturally, and this is the only source of water what we have. So what we will do is that we are going to build the dam on that side as a phase one, because in future we will need to dig in this mountain and start to reserve the water in the whole area. I think the level of water is okay, 1.4 thousand, which is 1400, so it's now it's okay, we can manage. We have 11 extra workers or beavers that they can work. So what we need to do now is just we need to start changing the carrot and also building that part. So the metal, so let's look at the metal. What is the missing in the metal? This need power. So now we are building the shafts. Last time I added this too, which is important to push the power more up, because as we discussed, this generate 160. So let's talk about here the network power supply. So the supply is almost 700 now without the last one, because if you look here, this one is not yet connected. So now we are on 680 and we require only 480. Now it started. I would start also build another one, push the production quicker, and then I will unlock now the factory explosive. We need it badly. Okay. So here also is a very important point, is that the shaft here one is connected to that building. It's also when you stick another building beside it, it will give it the power. But because here we have a space, it won't work. So what we need to do is just add another power shaft. And then you see this blue sign, which means that it is transferring the power from that side to that side. I would recommend to put it in the middle. Leave a space here, because if you would like to make some stairs up here, then you can still do it. Here also we have 270 bread, 81 white flour. We need also to push that quicker. we need to use every space in the small maps need to be really used. So now we will need to move here, here, and then we try to build another water medium tank. Look here, this medium tank will not make this. It could fit here. Here does not fit, here does not fit, here it will fit. So we can add another tank here. And then I mentioned if you press tab, then you will get all the question marks like this. That's mean that you didn't choose yet what you need to store there. So if you press like this in the tanks, then you get what is material or products which can be inside that tank. So I pressed water here. Here is they are doing very well, I think, and now we need to build that. If you see, they start building. Wow, that's really fast. So we need this one to be finished. We need to, maybe we can do this, and then I think they will can come from that area. So push the roads, this, then we come here, and then we start building. We are doing well. We are really doing well. We can push this one. So here, here. Let's take it phases, because we will need to close from the higher point here. So in future we will need to build here like this and like this now, but we don't want to use the material. I think here I will demolish this area, so I will really change it so it will fit till here. So but let's take it phases. Food is okay every while. Let's see, every yani you need to check all the time food levels, water levels, because suddenly it could drop. I think now we are expanding with the community, which is important in the current stage, but don't keep building, because we will build like this and then like this, and then we will do another, I think one more, and then one more, and then I think we will do another one more, and then we will build a flat metal on top of it, and then we can start building wave 2 of the land. I can say that now we are okay and not okay at the same time, because we need to clean that part, we need to build this area quicker. So there is multiple projects we need to work on. Here these trees are working okay. Here they start to move to build, which is good. So they are now building the platform to cross. So we are now producing 855, and we need only 580. Then we look here at the bread, so it's 200, so we need to push more. So if we press like this, then we will see that we have some levels here. We have one here ready, so press bread more, and then we can bring also here, let's say this one. We can bring the white flour here, so wheat flour, so it makes things faster. We change this to bread. We need to ask for quicker building this area so we can use the storage. Push the speed. Drought is coming, water is fine, it's okay. Close it. Try to save some water. I hope that we can finish this one quicker. 5 metal. We store the metal up so it makes shorter distances. We also can connect the road. Gears and planks. All the time gears and planks. Gears and planks. It's really important. What we can do now in the time being, I think we will need to connect shaft to the below area. How we can do that? That's usually the challenge. How can you do that? What you need to do, I think the shaft need to come from here and it will be moving over this one. Okay. So clear this area. Shaft. Be a challenge because then I will need to break this one, because you see this platform cannot be built anymore here. Then you need to remove that area. We have wood, we don't have enough planks. Let's wait a little bit. Okay, in the time being, what we can do to make things much quicker, we can take this one vertical, then we make this platform, you know, it would work also. This it could work. We return back the beat. What we can do, build the shafts here, this up. Now we will give power to those. We can delete those. We don't need those. Even we don't need this one. Here. You see, when we build the first level, it saved the water behind. Then again, we don't forget, we pause the game, then we make it 1 meter depth only, so it does not consume water from the river, which is actually now a storage area or water storage for farming. See the one with the water level goes down. You see here it was green. If you look here now, let me show to you. Now it is not green. See why? Because the level of the river went down, so the water is not here. We will have a solution. We will come with a solution in later stage also. We will dig with explosive under the ground. We move the water under the ground until it reaches that area, and then we will not have that problem anymore. If you see the drought today, this time in cycle 7, day 16, is almost 5.4 days. That's a long. That's a long. See, no production, everything stopped, no water. The solution of this issue by time, and it's important that we plan it also, that this by time we will have the winds here, this one, the wind turbine, this one. So this one we will use it up, so it can also generate power from wind. We will see it later, but this also need paper, so it is not we didn't yet produce paper, which is in the wood. Paper mill, we didn't yet produce paper mill, also because it's also going to consume one log. You see here it will consume one log to give you two, and I don't have yet enough logs, or let's say I have the logs for the plan. Keeping the community under control is key. One person actually can I think they consume 2.5, 2.7 per day from this. So you have 1000, and they each person of the 60 consume 2.7 per day. Close that area, and then the next step we will need to go up more, so we'll need just to clear those trees. As I mentioned in the last episode, don't remove the trees unless you really need to pass, otherwise get the benefit. You see, when the bed tide end up, everything return back to normal, and that's what we want to do. We want to move the bed tide from down here to move up here. And then in later stage, this one also we will have another manufacturers here where we really can use it. Let me see. This one, bed water rig. This needs 4000 science, which is generated by this. So this is the science points what you want, and need 4000. So with the 4000 I still have to, let's say, open a lot of other options which we will need to use. Also this one, zipline is really a new add in this version, and it's really shorten the distances, because if you see here the line is red and here is green, so that means they are moving here okay normally, but here they are far, they are really far. 1.9 days. The water is going down. Food is okay, manageable. Here by also another key. So you see the wheat is 450. This is already full the storage. What we need to do is that we for sure we need to build additional one of the mill. I would prefer to have extra wheat flour more than this one, the raw wheat. Can try. I want to build everything beside everything attached. No space, get the full everything. When you press F, you can change the entrance of any building. This blocks also an important to understand that these blocks called dirt. And now if I can unlock this one dirt, and this one you need to build it somewhere down. I usually build one here, but after I have the explosive, so I can a little bit enlarge this area, and then I build this dirt excavator, and then I also build usually one here, that area, that area. There is an idea I believe in it, which is actually is that it makes huge hole down, and then which make this hole I see it's filled with water, and then it's like it push the water a little bit more inside when it is really it's really like digging down on zero level. Then it you will have really a push for the water up to here. The water will not move from down, but it is like here the water is now very low, that's why you see it is like this. But now when the river starts you'll see it differently. I'll show it to you. I'm just cleaning. If you will do like this, then the water which is here, it will come from here. Just want to show you, this one will have an automatic system. After we finish, it will open and close automatically. Thank you. We're done. Let's check what is the metal state. Metal state is still. This one is still. It's 30 and metal 30. You can ask also to this one much faster a little bit. We can get By the way, this one is a special building. So this one is really a special building for beavers, and this is really for the function which is called folk tales. And there is the other function is called iron teeth, which has some unique other buildings. You cannot play with both. There is mods, I think, where you can play both, but I didn't use it before. I only play one function. So the dam is in progress. You see now the drought takes almost 6 days. Close it. This one will keep it open, because if I close this level, the water will come from here and then it will fall here. Also in later stage, we will also remove that area, remove the back, so we'll really have a lot to do in that area. And also we'll move the water up here till it reaches that area. So we will really farm that area up. This area in future will be all our storage area. It will be on that mountain in future. Here we will also do farming. Here is also farming, and then all of those buildings will be in the second phase, where we have another roof, or let's say second. I call it second floor. So the second floor, first floor will be for trees and farming, and the first floor will be, or the ground floor will be the tree and farming, and then the second floor, first floor will be mainly for industrial area, because there is a lot of other buildings which we need to build and prepare also for the robot era. Come on. This one, this one, anyone. This one take one log already, and this one log. Any one of those we need to build quicker, guys, because I want to start doing. I can start now putting this two here, so I make it bigger. But at least we have phase one. So at least you have phase one. Let's start building here. So, by the way, you can also, not mandatory, but also you can connect the power shaft to the houses. It's not mandatory, but it is, it's an option. Taking care of the well-being. If I don't want to increase the well-being now with beautification, we will still build those moments there. So we don't want now to increase the well-being a lot, because you see it's 7 now. So when it is really the well-being, when it's really going up, so the breeding will be much faster. Every time they have a small bed somewhere in the houses like this, they will have a kid. So we need to take care of that. We will exceed this number a lot. In the last episode, I talked about the two cities, or let's say district. So this is district 1. There is other maps I played, which is the larger maps than this one, which is the 250. But I would always prefer I always prefer The smaller one because it's small, it's also very, yeah, you need to build up. The other big maps, you can still build in the whole map flat, but in this map you are obliged, let's say, to build up, not flat. And that's what I like in that one. And also when you build a couple of districts, I have other maps which I built 4 and 5 districts, and I reach almost 1000 beavers here. But regardless by the frame rates here, which is going down, it's really impacted heavily here. I usually run, when I have 1000 beaver here, it run about 10-15 frame rate per second. Um, it's nice. I cannot say it's not, but it's nice. But there is a lot of cities, districts where you need to manage all the details. You need to trade between them. You do not trade. Let's say you do not trade with money or with something, or let's say you don't trade products in front of products. No, you just give them water. They give you. So you need to split the production how we would like to have. It's we can try one time this, but I would like also to do the iron teas, the other function, which has different buildings, and also different technical things. And they have a big wheel than this one, which is really very nice also in production. So, but let's focus first on flock tails. I call them the natural beavers. Everything is normal. Water is blocked now to phase 2, you will see. So the water is now. We finished that part, so let's do it like this quicker. This one, this one, and then this is a mod. It's called ladder. I only don't use all the mods, but I really use the mod which I really feel it is really useful with me in the building. Like for example, this one is a mod also. So this is the old, this is the new types. This is the new types of throttling valve which block the water. This is another fill-in valve. This one is the slice is the old model. It's now a mod. You can re-download it. But this is the old model. This old model, I like it more because you control everything from here. So you can close it or open it when the level of water, or this is the level of contaminated. When you have the bed tight, you can still work up, down percentages. We will use it anyway in how to get rid of the black bed type. But now we are only working on building the dam. So let's focus on the project. Maybe I will I explain a lot of things for the future, but I am fan of that game. That's why I love it. So I always keep speaking about it. That's why I decided to make videos about it, to help also beginners or to help other people like what I like usually to do. I hope also if you like the videos, subscribe or press the like button. It will help me to continue. So thank you for that. You really encourage me to do what I am doing. Okay. Planks. I think this one need to be finished this quicker. So I think we remain those two. Come on, people. We need to clean that area. We need to remove that building from here. This building is the builder hut. Also, for to let you know, this is like you extend your builder. So these are additional 4 builders, additional, where they are also helping you in building things. You can build multiple of them in the district management builder hut. This one we didn't yet build it. This takes 10 up to 10, and these are the logistics. So those ones who works to move the materials, move the raw material, they move the raw food to other industrial areas. So this is their let's say specified in that. I really didn't build one yet, but I will build one. I don't want to enter into this red zone a lot because it's not good. Let's wait a little bit until we have a space somewhere, and then we can really put it. Now it's all running very smoothly. Good. 9 planks for these, 56. This one's going well. I think this one is going well, and then we will move to this also next phase, and then this third phase. And this is the mine which I talked about it last time, is underground rooms. It's very costly, and also to get the scrap out of it is very costly. So this will be the last phase to get the scrap metal, because if you see this one is going to finish, and this one, and then this one. This is like an endless scrap metal you can get from the land. Trees are okay. I build these trees. The oak, it give you 8 in 30 days, and this is how it grows. 20%. It take 30 days. But look here, it takes 15 days to die if drought is coming. But actually, if there is bad tide, I die quicker. I think it die in 1 day. Does not stay long. Don't spend science points like that. You can keep them until what you really need to open, and then you push and unlock. Don't keep using them useless, because when they really overspend and then suddenly you need it, you will not find it, or you need to take an action quicker. Here, once you see the water now after phase 2 happening, if you press this, then you can see through the water, or if you want to see through the water, you press this one. So you see the water is coming from on top. So level 3, when it comes, it will be open automatically like this. We open it like this, so it does not disturb or get into this area. That's really very good progress. We need to close this one. Maybe we can do like this now. Let's do like this now. Make sure that you are only deleting, because there is there is no undo here. So sometimes it happens. I'll show you what happens, and you need to carefully, because it happened to me a couple of times, and then really it is like a disaster. So if you build the road like this and then you want to delete it, you cannot do like this. If you do like this, it will delete everything. You need to stand or point on the road itself, and then you just do like this. If you just delete like this, that's mean it delete everything. And sometimes you make a mistake, you didn't watch out, and then suddenly you delete a part of a dam, or you are blocking bad tide behind, and then you are really in a disaster too. By the way, that's the normal in the game. You are always trying to fight disasters and trying to solve it. This is how we are going to reach that level. You need to make sure that the whole area is controlled. So I think if we look at like this, so it is okay. Mhm. Okay. We can push the speed. These buildings do not need power. I think they burn the log. They use the log to generate fuel. Let's keep it to that level for now. Then we wait this area to be built, and then we continue closing that area. And then we start phase 2. I'm really looking forward for phase 2. So beside this one, we don't want to forget that we need to also close that area. You see, this one we built it from the start. Now they are building it. This is to start to reserve the water which is coming from here. There is also future plans, but we will make everything here is green. We'll make all that area green. All that area will be a green area. But I need to see that the metal is really accumulated here. Let's say 190, 80 at least. So you see accumulation. So now you don't have a metal. This means that you see one metal, and then suddenly it will be taken. The water sound is really nice. As look like you are in a beach. I can show you quickly if you block that water. So the water will be only coming from this side. You see the speed. And when it closes, there will be a flood. So you need to watch out. So we will remove that bridge. So to keep the water, so we can increase the water level up a little bit. To help also improving inside here. Good. Then now we finished here. So let's say we will need wheat, we need gears, then we start here. We say delete. We are not deleting the gears are still there. When let's show it to you again. So when I press this one, that means I'm not going to accept any more gears. Then I can say here obtain or supply. So I can say here supply. So that means that it's going to move the goods from here to this one. You see, I just go here, I just press tab, and then I have this one. I don't press this, I press the 0. It opened the menu, and I'll say obtain goods from other warehouse. Then here I will need to add here one more. Then I'll stay here supply obtain. Sorry. So just a second, let me check what I did. So now the gears are not there. I can delete it. Delete, I just press delete enter and it's this one is now filled in. Then I can say okay. Then this one is empty, this one is normal. Back again, 3 level here, accepted. And here I can say I think it's time to build the mega warehouses. It's the underground pile. Take care that those ones are built underground. So you see there is here down, you will going to need underground areas. So you need to look to an area where I'm not going to use. Here the water will be moving. Where I should put it? Where I should put it? Okay, I start with this area. Okay, because we will have a massive production of planks, wood, and this one takes only 180, but the other one here takes 1000. So that's make big differences. I choose here, so just to check log planks. I can build another one. Can I? Yes, another one. Yes. And here should be. So those is the main 3 things which I will focus on. I didn't forget that one. Let's build the structure also. Take the chance, let's reduce the speed until the dam is finished. It's almost finishing. Let's build the structure. We put one first, and then we check. So this one is not good. One issue is this one. How we are going to reach that area? We will do like stairs. So what we're going to do like this, this stairs. That's why I like it better. This one. It helped me in building that high. Nice. The demand is 1050. Now we are producing 839. You see? This one require 200. Let's pause this one. Efficiency is very important. We'll have anyway an issue. We need to increase the wheels because if you see here, those ones will require 60, 60, then 150, 200, just means 350, 350 plus 100, 450 plus 20, 470. 470, that's mean accumulated a lot of this wheel. See, wheel here, it's almost okay. One. Work from here. It could work from the other side. This. I don't want, because if you build here, you see if I put this one, it will be depth 1. So we just need to pass the shaft under. Okay. Bad tide is coming. The bad tide is coming. Let's hope that it does not exceed more than 5 days, and we will need to see how we are going to handle that. So that means we cannot build under the water now. It's important because the beavers will be sick. So we need to make sure there is nothing under the water. Okay, so I think this is goes under the water. I will delete it. I will not take the risk because sometimes the beavers does not follow the rules and they will keep going under the water. They will not need to go under the water for that area. For that area, they can build it from here. But I think the one below this area, they will need to go under the water, which is very risky. Now, but the point which here is very important, that the dam has nothing to say here. You need to get rid of the water. In later stage, we will have a back door. A back door and 2 phases. So once you get the bed tight, I'll tell you the secret how can we do it. in that area also. This area is like the golden mine for me. Voila, that's finished. My flower, my flower. If you push the building, doesn't impact, you see? Still the power shaft is working. So when you push the building does not mean that does not pass the power. Let's continue. We need it really very fast. I think also the scrap metal is very good. Here is very good. Here is very good. Here is very low. We need to pause a little bit. Those ones. That's too much. For what we are planning to build. This is what I want to say. So see, if I push like this, oh wait. If I push like this, so now it's filling in. So I don't want it to fill all bad water out as much as possible. Now I need to focus on here, harvesting, collect, because all those will be dying now. All of this is going to be dying. So I hope that we pass through. It does not take more time. I think building the bridge doesn't matter now. The dam doesn't matter now. We need now to slowly open the... here is a very technical point, which is important to understand that now if I have the bed tide coming here, there is another area down, which store more water than the flow from here. So if the bed tide comes and then you suddenly open the water, the flow of the water will be too large or too heavy, so the river down can handle, and then you will have a little bit small flood here, and this is not nice. Not nice because it does not look nice. No, it's going to, if there is beavers working, they're going to infect it, and they will be like having like they will turn. By the way, they will turn to a or reddish color. So now, if you see they are all in brown, they will be in reddish or red, and then you need to. They will work 30%, I think, maximum speed. So they got impact. So let's get rid of the water. That's what I said. See, when I open the water immediately, this is how what will happen. The river will not control the huge wave, or the density of the water is very heavy. That's why it will be really flooding left and right. The best way is that first, like any dam, you open the first level, then you open the second level, so the water flow a little bit, you see, and now the water now, and then you open the third level. So the bed tide is only for 1 day. This is again another test, you see, another test. Here now you need to open all the gates. The water cannot stay. Now the water will be much faster. You see, everything will turn brown quickly. The water here will be much faster. Everything turning brown, you see. So everything is dying because of the bed. Even the trees dies. Even the trees died. Let's see. Dry in 13.7 day. I have only 0.6. You see. Drying, contaminated in 0.3 days. You see this? This now is contaminating my land. Dies. See? Dies. Dying. So you have only 0.2 on less than 1 day. Everything is dying. We will rebuild them again. This is a new challenge. You see it now live. Okay, thank you. Everything dies. You have good food level. You have good water level. That's the two important when you have the bad tide really. And don't forget a controlled community. We'll talk later also on this analysis. It's very useful for us. Here is how to move between two districts. If I have couple of districts, or let's say couple of city center or centers, I'm having two cities, then this is a very useful. This is how to trade between them. That's not trading, it's like moving the goods between the cities. So we will discuss in this later stage, but for now, let's keep building and improving the city. So everything is dying now, it's everything is building. This is very important, which I want to highlight. I tried to show it in the last episode, but I don't think it was clear. So here is, this one is died from contaminated, so it will not grow like this. So what is required is the beaver to come and replant that area. To replant, that's why you see this thing, huh? If you want to cancel it, you just build the road on it like this. Let me show it to you. You just do like this, and then you are building the road, so it's cancelled. In this case, this is like dying. This one is removed. This is dying. This is like this one. So what you want to do is replant this one. To replant this one, so this is the building which is planting the trees and replant the trees. To replant the trees, you need to push to mark that one. Replant dead trees not marked for cutting. It will replant it again. See? That's important. Also, it's similar for the blueberry, sorry, for the blueberry. So it's here red, so it will rebuild them again. Okay, so back again to the dam. So it's all the water now cleaned, no red at all. Then you start closing your dam to start putting the water again as a reserve. I think now with this we can also start continuing building this. Okay, I think remove this one now because it's connected from the back and it's also connected from here. So I can start removing this, and then now I can start doing this. So we finish now phase 1. Now we are moving to, let's say, stage 2 of the dam, where we can really have more water to really go for, because last drought today in the episode 5 we had it for almost 5.5 days, let's say 6 days. It will come for more than that. And also the bad tide is like testing you one more time for one day to show you, but it will come for longer, believe me, so we need to be ready. So this one also is ready. I think the one only project which is remaining is mainly moving the bed tide from here to here. Okay. We will have some sickness for sure, because we will need to build to close that area, and to close that area we will need, unfortunately, to build under it with this two, and then the beavers actually will go up to try to close it, so they will get sick. Let me first return back. Remember these stairs which we are already cancel it, and then we say it's priority, then we say okay. I want them to come down to work on this. They will not pass through those wheels, it's blocked. So we need to tell them to come from where? From where? They can come from here. this area. See, if you build even a road below, it will make it level 1. So let's finish that area, and then we can think about, I think they can build it from here. I think so. I think so. They can build it from here. But we need to remove this one. Make a road for it. Let's go back to this area. Now as this one is built, this one will need to continue it manually, unfortunately. So we need to do this here, and then save planks, and then we do this, this. Here, this. There is no issue because now this is the things is running down is water, and you won't build something here, so it doesn't matter to build the structure down here. This, and then I would put another one like this. This one is one of the most important structure what we will have, and here build this. By the way, if the water comes on top of this, the water will fall, so we still need to put this one, the floor, so this floor on that doesn't allow the water to fall down. Even on this one, you close the holes. Here you just need to build the rest. One, then you put the block, and then you put. You don't need to put floor on the dirt. You just need to put the floor on the structure what you are building. Here, but unfortunately, we'll have to do like this. And I think then we need to do this step is the last step, so we'll not close it now. We'll not close it now with this floor, because the floor, if we close it now, the water will move here, and then while they are building, they keep moving, and then suddenly it will fall somewhere where you cannot control it, like here. So this one also need to be finished. Let's ask for removing those plants and those plants and those ones. Let's remove all of them, and then we rebuild them again. We have already here the one, so let's remove that area. This is, by the way, this is phase 1, and then we're going to increase it, so it will be more like this. And then, by the way, we are going to make it wider, and then there is other plans from here to here, so we will talk about it. But let me finish this part. Just do it, pause, and then do it like this. No, I don't want to be like this, so let's do it like this. Yes, like this. So I don't need this. This. Just build that structure here. Embed it like this. Here I need one more. Here, I think all of them will be like this. Yes, all of them like this. I do not need this one. Don't waste resources for nothing you do not need. you don't need, sorry. Here we do like this. Here we are going to put the floor to close it, and then we are going to put two. Again, I leave usually one to see the water or the baptite one is going out, because if you build this one on here on the edge, you only see the color going out, but I like to see it myself. Yeah, this is just a visual I like to see. It's up to you for sure when you are building. Okay, so this is comes to the end of our episode 5. Just a wrap up. We just build the phase 1 of the dam. We also build the floodgate for the map Andy, because we will stop the water from here and we rechannel them somewhere else, so don't lose the water. We also kicked in the metal, and also we build now the dynamite, so that's very good. The explosives which we will need. Food is okay, water is okay. So thank you for watching, and if you like it, really I really appreciate your subscription, or press the button like, and see you for the next episode where we're going to continue our project. Thank you, bye, and see you soon.